Vancouver, British Columbia, a multicultural city. Hi, I'm Christine Couvelier of Culinary Concierge. Welcome. On today's episode of Taste, 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 we're at Rasoee, Modern Indian Delivered. We're here to do some tasting with Executive Chef Jason Symington. We're going to find out some spice tips, what's up next for Rasoee. Can't wait. Come join me.
Rasoee is Modern Indian Delivered. We're bringing Indian food to our guests and to the tradition of Indian food and introducing them to all the wonderful flavors of India.
Jason, it smells amazing.
Thank you very much.
Take me through some of the dishes.
Sure. So what we put out today is sort of a representation of the menu. Obviously, we're doing curry, and we're doing curry a little bit for the masses. We want to introduce curry as a food item to everybody. So a nice assortment of dishes here today. We have our classic chicken curry.
Can I jump in?
Please do. All of our dishes are relatively mild, but we can spice them up for customers. So everything that we have today is mild in spice, but lots of spice flavor, lots of cumin, lots of coriander. Another dish that we have here is what we call a Beet green curry, which is a traditional Indian sag, which is a spinach and cinnamon curry. So it's 100% all natural, a vegetarian item, and it's very popular. It's doing very, very well. And then we finish it off with a little bit of fresh pressed cheese on top.
What kind of cheese?
This is traditional Indian paneer. That we source here in Vancouver.
Wonderful. Sometimes paneer can be a little firm and a little chewy. I found this paneer really light.
A light, clean flavor is the way I like to explain it. It's a very clean flavor. It doesn't leave an aftertaste in your mouth when you've tried it. And it has a much softer bite, I find, than a lot, to your point, that sometimes it's quite tough and quite dry. It has a nice soft bite to it, lots of moisture. And again, complements our food very, very well because it's not necessarily super traditional, but again, we're kind of tipping our hat to the tradition of Indian food and what it's all about.
You're doing an education as well as a culinary experience to people.
Absolutely, absolutely. When we started Rasoee, it was important that we had people come in and feel comfortable with the menu. So instead of using traditional Indian names in the menu like Matar Paneer, and sag and items that people wouldn't necessarily know, we came up with some great names like Bee Green Curry and Sweet Pea Curry, so people can come up to the menu and they're comfortable ordering, they get an idea what they're getting. Another vegetarian dish here is our Sweet Pea Curry, which again is a traditional style Indian curry that we've put our own little twist on. It's finished here with some fried shallots. We use fried shallots on some of the dishes, fresh cilantro on some of the dishes, again some traditional condiments for Indian food. That we can introduce people to that might not have tried it before. We have a great vegetarian samosa.
So what's in your samosas?
So the samosas themselves, potato, peas, a little bit of ginger and garlic for some flavor, and some nigella seeds. And nigella seeds basically, people think they're part of the onion family because they taste a little bit like onion, but they're not actually. They're a seed from a different plant. But we do use nigella seeds both in the naan to give it a little bit of a peppery flavor and in the samosa as well.
So I want to try the samosas.
Sure. We actually developed this recipe with a lady who has a little shop in Burnaby who makes a few different Indian items for local restaurants. And we were able to work on this recipe together, which I thought was great. So it has a unique flavor to us, to Rasoee. And it's been very, very successful. We sell a lot of them. And it's kind of fun because she's now gone on and sells Rasoee branded vegetarian samosas to some of her other customers. So it's been great exposure for us just getting the name out there. But we've tried wherever we can to work with local manufacturers for any of the stuff that we're not doing here in the restaurant. So it's a great way to go.
It is. It's right on. It's locavore. It's passion for food. You've got it all here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So tell me about some of the complements for the condiments and the dipping sauces.
Sure. So I just kind of wanted to represent a cross section of the menu and some traditional items and some not so traditional. So what we have here is a very traditional Indian Raita dip. So it's a yogurt-based dip. We're using probiotic yogurt in the store. A little bit of garlic. It's very clean and fresh, so it's a nice way to complement sort of the heavier flavors or the smokier flavors of some of the curries. We have a traditional mango chutney, which again, going back to the samosas, is a locally produced product.
That one's fabulous.
It's nice, eh? Really, really
love
nice.
Love that. So fresh.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job, and it's got a great mango flavor, and it's got some raisins in it, which I really like because it's a little bit different. And then some of the more unique items specific to Rasoee. This is what we call the Rizzo E-Signature Dip, which is a yogurt-based dip that I've added tandoori seasoning to as a little bit of a twist. And again, bringing a bit of North America into it. There's a little bit of mayonnaise for some zip. This is what we call the Rizzo E-Signature complement. Taking the idea of a traditional Indian pickle that might go with a curry if you were in India, but sort of North Americanizing it a little. A mixture of fresh vegetables that we cut every day. So today we've got some peppers, cucumbers, whatever we can get that's nice and fresh and bright and crisp. And then we just lightly pickle it. So a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt and sugar for 30 minutes. So it's just a very light pickle. And it makes a really nice counterpoint, again, to the flavors of the curries. It kind of ties all the food together. So
it's almost cooling effect on it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I love the freshness of Rasoee. I love the passion for food that comes at Rasoee. You know, when I travel the world and I taste food and I talk to chefs, I think about me as a global culinary trendologist. And that sounds fabulous, but it means tasting great food, sharing it with everybody and showing them the gems in countries and cities around the world.